Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Mystical Monday. I'm going to say it softly because last time I scared Laura. Musings. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't figure out how to do the intro video. I'm like, what button am I pressing?
I
What
saw
button
that.
is this press? I have no idea. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. My name is Elias Patras. I am on the West Coast, and it is 9 o'clock in the morning here. I am an intuitive motivator. I'm always glad to be here every Monday with my amazing co-host, Laura Wooster.
Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, everybody on the East Coast. And I'm always thrilled to join my good friend Elias. He's one of the kindest people I know, and it's such an honor to work with him every Monday. So welcome, everybody.
Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Jean. Are you cheating and watching from work? Shh, don't tell anybody. ICP Chemist, good morning, Miss D. Thank you for being here. Travel Chick, good morning, Mandy. I like how I know everybody's like code names, right? Gail Black, good morning, Gail Black, your code name. Good morning, Jail. Changing things up. Yes, I was trying to change things up. I don't want to scare Laura in the afternoon for her. You know, it's kind of like musings, a little bit alarming. Good morning, Beth. Thanks for being here. And Dorothy Baxter. Good morning. Can I just give a shout out to Dorothy Baxter? So Dorothy Baxter created this shirt, right?
Yeah.
And guess what's coming up for the fall? Guess what's coming up for the fall?
Flannel? Oh, there we go. Yeah. You got a hoodie.
It's a hoodie. I'm
Fantastic.
excited about it. I'm
I thought you
excited.
were going to hold up a flannel or something, like an LL Bean kind of
I could. I've got several. That and maybe like a Pendleton blanket. Well, let's just go ahead and get sponsored. Hi, would Pendleton blanket like to? We would love to have you as a sponsor. Yeah. So
I had a chance to stop there, on the way when I was there.
It's a good store. It's really a good store. Please like, follow, subscribe, share our YouTube channels, and welcome everybody. Welcome. Good morning, Leslie. Thank you for being here, and thank you so much. On the LL Bean, yeah, that's cute. It's cute. All right, I am using today Denise Lynn's cards, Soul Coaching, and guys, if you haven't purchased them yet, you have not purchased it. Look at this. Look at the Psychic Tarot Pocket Oracle deck from John Holland. It is. You can shake them up in the thing. You could just shake them if you wanted to. But look how great for Greek sausage fingers or Mediterranean or Irish or whatever kind of hands you have. Just for us, shorthand people. Not that you're shorthanded, but if you have no more chai in the morning. Look how great these fit. They're just amazing cards. So and when did John do that? You've had these cards forever.
Yeah, I have one of when he first published those cards, I think 16 years ago, the large version.
Wow.
He sent me one of the original decks with the gold on the edge. You can't get that anymore, but yeah, so it's been 16 years since that Oracle deck has been out. So it's just recently in June where they did the little mini versions,
yes.
Which are awesome. You just pop them in your bag, easy to travel with.
Exactly. They fit in a bag, and in a pocket maybe if you had like big pockets. But the sweatshirt, you could put it right in the thing of the sweatshirt. Look how I tied those two together. Very nice. Marketing, smart, Greek, smart. Anyway, let's give you messages for the week. Can you show them again? Which one? This? Here's this. Yeah. And then we got this. And Laura, what deck are you using today?
I'm using another pocket Oracle deck, which is Kyle Gray's, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And again, these little tiny cards. I love them. They're perfect size for my hands. I got little fingers. So, all right.
I need some Munchkin cards too. I have very small hands. Definitely.
You get two to choose from. These are really good. Highly recommended, either one of these. There you go.
Nice. Awesome. Good morning, Rose. Thanks for being there. Thank you for being here. All right. So look at this. Speaking of joyful, joyful, look at this. We had this card a couple weeks back, but joy. What can you do this week to call in the joy that you need? I normally don't get, I'm just going to say this. The world is very heavy, very heavy. And can we step in and find a piece of joy, a piece of joy that we can call in, whether it's, like this woman is dancing in the streets. I know that my cousin, she's a dance movement therapist. She's like, she goes, "Can I call you back? I'm having a dance party." I said, "Sure." So she rocks it out with whatever kind of music she wants, and she will usually it's Prince. She got to meet Prince and go backstage. And
No way.
yes,
Oh
her
gosh.
friend knew the drummer, so she got to meet Prince.
Oh,
And, yeah, it was really, really cool.
oh, I
So
love it's one of my all-time favorites.
me too, me too. Find joy in your heart. That's what I got.
Beautiful. The card I have today is kind of okay. I'm going to kind of go on the same theme. Druid, hold the space. So, like you were saying, things are a bit chaotic in the world, and for whatever window you're looking from, there's chaos everywhere in some way, shape, or form. So we often wonder, what can we do when we feel powerless? When we feel powerless, when it seems like everything's out of control, and holding the space that you have reach in. Okay, so wherever you go, whether it just be going to the post office or stopping into local shops or just going about your day, in a sense, you can hold space for others by bringing in an uplifting energy, a positive energy, and embracing energy rather than a fearful, um, exclusive energy, and that's one thing I feel. I'm just speaking from my own experience. A lot of the energy that we're experiencing now feels very exclusive, it
Mhm.
rather than inclusive. And so everywhere I go, I'm taking extra care to, at least, even if I don't speak a word, to bring in the sense of energy. I bring that with me, that open-hearted inclusiveness. So that's how I feel like I can hold space for others and for the world in my own way. Um, and it's kind of working in tandem with what you brought up too, is bringing in the joy,
Right.
holding space for joy. Yeah.
I think we forget about that, and holding space is such a it,
Yeah.
it's if you don't know what holding space is, people, we use this in like the indigenous cultures, they use it all the time, say, "I'll hold space." It's not about fixing the person. It's not about rushing in to do X, Y, and Z. It's about, I have your back and I'm standing at your side.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different concept. Whole different concept. So
Yeah.
thanks for bringing that up, Laura. Hello, Christina and Pretty G1100. Thank you for being here. Ariel, thanks for being here. And Joyce says, face, fuchsia, flower, shape, face, fuchsia, face.
I think this is supposed to be emojis.
Okay, face, fuchsia, flower.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Um,
that's
if
doable. Okay. Christy, good morning. Um,
if anybody would like for us to pull a card for you, or you have a question, you don't even have to have a question for a reading. Maybe there's a question you have about intuition or spirit communication or anything like that. Feel free to drop it in the comments. But what I wanted to ask you, or to acknowledge, Elias, you did a beautiful post maybe half an hour ago about, and I apologize, I don't have the exact words, but can you repeat what you posted, which I thought was beautiful?
I can even find it for you.
It was like maybe like 30 minutes ago.
It was from this morning, right? On
Yeah.
Facebook and on Instagram.
Yes.
So what I put on here was whoops. Um, so every Monday, just like we're doing this every Monday, I thought of doing thoughts of the week. So, and the thought of the week is based on workshops, retreats, um, books that I've been in, like the chapter books here, or my book, or whatever it is. So today's thought of the week was, you're not here to earn your worth. You're here to embody it.
Yes. I love that because there's
Yeah.
so many people who feel like they have to prove their worth all the time or earn it or find ways to make it, you know, more acceptable. And it's like, no, you just have to. I love that. I love that you posted that today. I think so many people need to hear that. It's beautiful.
It's so many people that I worked with are feeling unworthy. It's really interesting. When I do the coaching piece, I ask them to find their soul contract. And we think of words. And so many of the words that come up when they're looking for the words, like, well, I feel unworthy. So, what is worth all about?
Mhm.
I think people know that they're not unworthy. They already are. It's really
Mhm.
embodying it,
Yeah.
right? So it's important. It's important. Love Laura's laugh. Me too. That's why I try and make her laugh as much as I can.
Thank you.
Suzanne, hello. Thank you for being here. Rose said, please, do you have a message from my sister? Her birthday was Saturday. She passed 4 years ago, missing her.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. So sorry. I'm going to pull from Find Peace Within deck from Patty Sinclair, who's a Connecticut medium. And let's see. Let's see. Okay. These cards are a bit larger, so they tend to jump out of my hands. Okay. And then we have some other questions about. Oh, we've got a lot of questions coming. Okay. Great.
Excellent.
All right, Rose, I'm going to pull a card from Spirit. Celebrate. Okay. These are a little bit, uh, letters are kind of small. We don't spend enough time rejoicing. Have some people over, go out for some fun. Life is good. Celebrate your life. So there
Hmm.
you go. Celebrate. So this might indicate that maybe you're keeping a bit to yourself lately, which is not a bad thing. Sometimes we need that, but perhaps it's time to get out and celebrate. And it's a reminder to celebrate life. And the interesting thing about, I think a lot of people forget, or they don't know. Obviously, if someone's physical presence isn't there, you feel like they're missing out. But what I found time and time again, and as mediums, Elias and I, we recognize that our loved ones on the other side are actually more present with us than they were when they were here in the physical world, because there's literally no separation anymore. Your frequency, your loved one's a frequency. So your spirit and their spirit can very much be together, because they just sort of blend with you at times, and they can be with you more often than you realize. So we miss their physical presence, but they can't possibly miss us. It's impossible because they can be present for us all the time. So
Thanks for bringing that up. And something that you all might not know, we've mentioned it like way back, but I want you guys to know that Laura is a certified medium with the Forever Family Foundation, and they do so much work with grief. So
yeah.
so amazing that you're part of that. You bring great work to people. You really do.
Oh, thank
So
you.
you're
Thank you.
welcome.
So, Rose, go out and have fun because your sister will be able to have fun with you when you're having fun. So remember that. Okay.
Go make some of her favorite food.
Yeah.
Rose, I remember you were telling me Christmas time you made like the cookies that you guys used to make. I'm not saying make some Christmas cookies now, but unless you want to, I mean, unless you really have like you need it.
Why not?
Right? Why not? Why not? Which reminds me to tell you something. I don't know why I have squirrel brain today, because probably I was talking to Stephanie earlier. That's why. But I want you to really do something that celebrates her, like do some food. And the message is, like Laura was saying, celebrate you,
Mhm.
you and her. Really important. And my squirrel brain is going to go here. Now, if you want to celebrate really good, what you need to do is you need to get those, those sliders, those Hawaiian bread sliders,
Oh,
in the oven for a couple minutes. And then you're going to make a mixture of vanilla pudding and and put a little vanilla in it, whip it up, right? And then you poke a hole into the Hawaiian bread thing, and you're gonna pour that in there, and then you dunk it in chocolate. You have your own Boston cream donut.
get out.
I saw
Get
it on the TikTok. I was like, "What?"
So
No,
are you gonna try it?
I will, but not till I lose a couple pounds because I would eat the whole thing, which is not a
Yeah,
good.
yeah, let
Uh,
me know how it goes.
Tina says, "Still need to sell my place in Texas as soon as possible. Any card or anything about a buyer or when?"
All right, what does Christina need to know about her place in Texas? All right. She says, blame it on the cards. Oh gosh. Trust and higher. Okay. Shaman, trust
Mhm.
in higher forces. So, okay. So when it comes to this, it's, a lot of times this indicates that you've done all the work to make this happen. You put everything into place to make this happen. You've done everything you physically possibly can do in order to make this happen for you. So at this point, it's releasing and letting go of the outcome. And I know that's hard, especially when you feel like you're against a deadline or you're looking to have something happen by a certain time. Um, but now it's time to release this to something bigger. Or if there's someone on the other side who you know would absolutely support you and move mountains for you, call on them. And I had the reverse happen with me where I was looking for a place, and I called on on three people up above and some people I knew who could move mountains, at least one of them for sure I knew could move mountains, and it really worked. So release it to a higher power and also call on someone who would absolutely move heaven and earth for you to make that happen. So, and let it, and just imagine it happening. Like just imagine that the for sale sign has a sold sign on it, and you're sitting, and just imagine sitting at the lawyer's table writing out the paperwork, signing off the paperwork to your home. Imagine all the things that are going to be happening once this sells, and just picture yourself there and feel like you're actually sitting there doing this, and trust that the higher power of the other forces, other beings will take it over for you. So what do you have, Elias?
From John Holland's pocket deck, we have intuition. So, are you trusting it? Are you trusting the vibe that you're putting it out there? First, putting it out there, there will be a buyer. And then when you get that feel, when you get that vibe, when you get that tingle, when you get that, like, this is it, go with it. Don't go, oh, you're cutting out that connection when you doubt it. So just know that everybody up there is trying to do what's best for you. We don't see it as best because we're impatient, we're fearful, we're going to be judging, we're going to do so many things. But really, truly, trusted intuition. So I hope that helps. Rose says, "Thank you both." And Dolores says, "Cooking with Elias, the musical."
I love it.
Good to see you.
Has a nice ring to it.
Um, hey, Laura, show that mug. That's a really cool mug.
Oh, this mug?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's
You see the
that's cute. That's really
makes it
pretty.
it's a bit whimsical.
But I love the colors in it. It's really pretty, and it is
Really
fun.
clever.
It is fun with the water. That's funny. Barbara Campbell, can you share this? Can you share what we're doing, or did you want the Boston cream donut thing from the Hawaii? Just look it up. Just look it up on TikTok or look it up on Google. They've got it. Let's see. Hello, Ellen Jane. Okay, we're gonna go back. We did this. Yes, yes. Blame it on the cards. You're funny. How can I keep my me time? Sometimes it's too much. Hmm.
Got it. Yeah, that can be challenging. I know there's days that I have very little me time, and but I always try to find 5 minutes, even if you can only find 5 minutes in a day for your me time, do it. And that always it's important to keep a placeholder of some kind in each of your days. So some days it may be much longer than that. Some days maybe not so much. So, but always keep the commitment to at least 5 minutes for yourself, and that you can always find 5 minutes. Always, even if you have to split it up into like 2.5 minutes. There's always a way to do it. But just that way, it's always in the forefront of your mind that it's a non-negotiable in some way, even if it's not as much time as you'd like to do that. Um, I didn't even pull a card for that.
So do you see the gentle deer? Do you see the peaceful flow of the river? It's a quiet thing. And here's what I'm getting. It's not what this card says, but what I was getting before I even pulled the card. Start saying yes to you and no to other people. That will start giving you your you time by you saying, not people pleasing, but saying, nope, can't do it right now. Give me 20 minutes. Now you just carved yourself 20 minutes right then and there.
Yeah,
Hope
it's
that
hard to
helps.
say no sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. Hello, how's the bunny doing?
Unfortunately, the bunny passed this morning. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was just a baby. We had a baby bunny yesterday that showed up well, didn't just show up on my deck because it was newborn. It's just a little tiny thing. But my dog decided to bring it up on the deck. Yeah, so unfortunately lost the bunny this morning. Yeah, but
Good
thank you for
morning,
asking.
Stephanie. We talked about you earlier with squirrel moments. We can celebrate Christmas in July. We sure can.
Absolutely.
Okay, there you go. I'm getting hungry now. Can you share this, Tina? I'm just trying to keep up, guys. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. That would be great. I will try and that. Thank you. Excellent. Um, okay, let's see. Hello, beautiful people. Hi, Ginger. Um, I know I love that mug too. It's so cute. Right. Good. Um, Christy says, I lost my mom 3 weeks ago. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. May her memory be eternal in your heart. I am an only child as well. So I'm feeling really lost right now. Laura, there's some really good books on grieving and loss, aren't there? I know that you've mentioned a couple of them.
There's a lot. You can look up grief.com, David Kessler's website. And there's a lot of resources. He's got some great books and resources, free resources as well. And so that would be a great place to start. There's also one of his certified grief coaches. I think it's a grief coach. Um, I have a name for somebody that she's part of the Forever Family Foundation. If you really need someone to talk to, just email me through my website and I'll send you her contact information. Okay.
There's also a really good book. This is a story. She's been on my lives before. Her name is Kathleen L. She's created this book called Shattered Together. And it's the story of what happened after her son passed away. He left this world on his own accord. And it shows a shattered heart, right? But when you tilt it, that's actually
Oh,
his profile. So
oh,
Kathleen L. It's a really great book, Shattered Together: A Mother's Journey from Grief to Belief, a guide to help you through um, sudden loss. So it's another good book. I have it right over here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. That's a great mug. Love it. Hey, Michelle. Thanks for being here. Hello, Lori. No is a complete sentence. Yes, 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 yes. Everyone's saying so sorry, so sorry. Amy, how are you? Amy. Um, it's not selfish for self-care and boundaries. Yes. I
that's right.
say don't be selfish, be self-full.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Gail. And Gail, we need to chat later. Okay. Kathy says, good afternoon. Do you have any insight if I should take a plunge into healing work, or is it just working on myself is what I'm supposed to be doing? Fascinating. Fascinating.
Well, let me start out by saying this, okay? And hopefully this will put a little perspective on this. Everybody I know who's gone into healing work and has made it their life's work, they had to go through the healing work first. Okay, it's part of the journey to become the healer. The wound is it what's the term? Wounded healer?
Yeah, the wounded healer.
Yeah. So perhaps you might be going into healing work on this, but working on yourself is definitely part of that journey. So it's not, it's definitely time well spent either way. So just remember that, Kathy. All right. I'm going to pull a quick card for you. Summer. Okay. Ask in joy and light. I love that bee. Anyways, I'm wearing bee earrings. So this might indicate, in your process of healing, to celebrate the healing that you've accomplished. All right. And acknowledge that. All right. So there you go.
Yeah. Acceptance. Really stepping into healing self. And then as you heal self, a lot of ideas might come up. Jot them down. As you do, I would strongly suggest to do a journal, a healing journal, a journal of your healing process. And I have to tell you, it's so useful, especially if you're the kind of person that says, well, I haven't done a lot. Then you can look back and you can go and say, look what I've been through. Like, if you could eat, and it doesn't have to be like a whole page or you're writing a dissertation here, even a couple sentences. Today, I learned this about myself. So, hope that helps. Hi, Elias and Laura. I have a question. What to expect career-wise, financially?
Okay, let's see. What do you need to know? Career and finances can be two completely separate things. So I'm going to focus on career first. So we'll just go there. The moon card. Note of intuitive messages. So career-wise, interesting. As I'm focusing on your name, your YouTube moniker there. So I'm just focusing on that. It's very interesting. There's a lot of highly creative energy around you. And it doesn't mean you have to become an artist or anything like that. That's not where I'm going with this. What I'm seeing is when I see highly creative energy around someone, it's an acknowledgement of possibilities swirling around you. And sometimes when we're not sure about what direction to go in, or we feel like we don't have a direction, that's where the possibilities are most abundant, because everything is possible. So this is a time. So what I would say is this is a time to kind of sit with intuitively, what do you feel is your next step career-wise, even if it doesn't make sense with what you're currently doing? Because sometimes things that seem so out of step with what we're currently focused on or where we think we're going may actually be a shortcut to where you're supposed to be. So trust what your gut feels like you need to do, even if it feels really not logical. What do you have, Elias?
So kind of what Laura's saying, this is about that leap of faith. Yeah. This is really just understanding that anything is possible. Anything is possible. We're the ones that stop the flow, everyone. We're the ones that take the garden. Oh, this is a good one. We take it's like ding, 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 ding. We take the garden hose of life. We take the garden hose of life and we go like this. We stop that flow. We bend it because we're like, oh, well, that's not supposed to go this way. Just see what happens and trust that, it is. And I'm not saying put on your rose-colored glasses. Still be mindful, but say, I am open to seeing what is best for me for my highest good and see what happens. I have been to the point where after my divorce and moving out and everything else, I had $5 in my wallet, and the dogs were fed and everything was all good. And I'm like, now what? It's in the middle of COVID. I can't do massage work anymore, to really lean into the coaching and the intuitive stuff. But at that point, nobody was Nobody wanted, to spend money. And I found myself in a drive-through in Starbucks with an application about to hand it to the people. And I literally got 5 coaching calls in one day.
Wow. Wow.
3 of them signed up. I didn't even have a year program. They said, with COVID and all, will you be willing to do something for a year? Yes, I will. I will. So that
Look
saved
at you now.
it saved me, really saved me. So there's hope. There's hope. Christy says, thank you. Um, uh, Karen says, here's another book by Gary Rowe. Excellent. Um, we have time for just one more. Karen, hello. We can see you. Hello. And Kathy said, I just saved a bee. I love you guys so much. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Dorothy said, life is going to be interesting in the next couple of months. Is there anything I should focus on during this time?
All right, Dorothy. Let's see. What is your focus? Oh, interesting. The moon card came up again.
Interesting.
Intuitive messages. So, definitely pay attention to what you intuitively feel like you need to focus on for the next few months. Even if it seems out of line with what you supposed to be focusing on. So, what do you have, Elias, for Dorothy?
So for Dorothy, it's interesting. This card comes up. Focus. So one day at a time, one thing at a time. You have got a lot on your plate. What can you do for today? Or even what can you do in the next hour? And focus on that. Really see how things will shift and transform for you. Okay. Let's see. Is a garden hose attached to a sprinkler? And is there bubbles involved? If it's your garden hose, there always are. There always are. Hi, Rosemary. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Donna, good to see you. Any thoughts of how I'm going to navigate the next phase of my life? We'll do this one and then we'll do one final one for everybody. But also, I wanted to say, where are you? Sharon, oh, thank you so much for liking the messages. And Sharon, I know you wanted to be part of that inner collective. Something happened, so redo it again. Okay, redo it again. All right. Let's see, where were we? Here we are.
Okay.
I just lost it.
Where are they?
Where are we? Oh no, not the Greek eyebrow. You're funny. Let's see. I just had it.
Dorothy?
Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Donna. There we go. Yeah. All right. How to navigate the next phase. Oh, that feels like a much longer question than what we have here. But let's kind of kick this off with a single card or 2 cards from one card from each of us. Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Oh, this card's beautiful. So it's just a reminder to keep an open heart. Allow love into your life.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be very important right now.
And look at this radiance.
Oh, beautiful.
So really think about.
Together.
I know it does. Yeah, so cool. Think about the phoenix. You're rising from the ashes. You're moving forward. It's something new. Even though this is not like a new beginnings card, but I just feel like something new is coming. Something that you have not thought of is going to be like that aha piece for you. So, and guys, if we didn't get to you, I'm so sorry we didn't get to you. It's so nice to have so many new people on. So thank you. Please tell your friends and like, follow, share, subscribe to our YouTube channels. That helps us. What do you got going on, Laura, coming up?
I have some in-person mediumship demonstrations. You can go to my website, laurawooster.com, for those that are in the New England area. What do you have, Elias?
I've got my 6-week class that starts tonight. It is called Break the Pattern, where we talk about how intuition gets blocked by people-pleasing, control, freaks, perfectionists, and um, fixers. And for everybody that's watching, I'm going to do this because it was my mom and dad's memories last week, and with their birthday and passing and names days and all that other stuff. So I did a special 6 weeks for 133. So if you still want to get in on it, we have some spots left. So come join us. Just email admin@eliaspatras.com and we'll get you in.
It's like a great class.
Yeah, and then one more time, because Dorothy's on here and Leslie asked, look at the sweatshirt. We're going to have pricing coming up soon, but it's a sweatshirt for this shirt. So I'm so excited about having new merchandise. It's
That's
good.
coming out in the fall.
It's coming out in the fall. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Perfect
Donna
time.
said, thank you. The cards resonate. Excellent. We are here every Monday. Oh, and Laura, we have to finish this. Sorry. What's one good intuitive tip that you have?
Oh, one good intuitive tip. Okay, so let me see. Okay, yes. So there's, I had this conversation the other day with somebody, so I'm trying to put it into a context where I'm not giving away personal information. So let me see, how do I do this? Intuition is, we have to let go of the box of like how we see our life sometimes. Okay, so intuition is about possibilities. Intuition is being open to possibilities. And sometimes people receive information and they're looking at it in a very closed context, and so they kind of miss the message sometimes. So kind of be open to possibilities when you're tuning into your intuition. And if you're not sure what you're receiving and what it means, write it down, put it in a date book, put it, date it, time it, everything. Because you may not know in the moment you receive that download what that exactly means. But you'll learn to trust your intuition once the context of it reveals itself. So I know I'm trying to do this without, I want to give you an example, but I'm afraid I'm going to put it out there with like private information about somebody.
No, that's really good advice. Really, really good advice. And guys, remember, we're here every Monday, and we'll give intuitive tips every week and messages every week. Trust your intuition. It really knows the answer. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a beautiful week, and we'll talk soon. Take care.
Great week, everyone. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Okay, now I hope I did it right, guys. We had this thing, and I'm so excited about it, but I think I screwed it up. So let's see what happens. I hope I did it right. Let's cross our fingers. Did I do this right? I think I did. Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. Phew. Okay. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. See?
It's Mercury retrograde. That's exactly.
There you go. Here we go.